Well, this is easily the funniest name in the theaters right now. Logan Lucky stars Adam Driver, Channing Tatum, Daniel Craig, whole bunch of other
Sebastian
people.
Stan,
Seth MacFarlane, Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
And is
Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah. Is directed by Steven Soderbergh.
He'll come back from retirement.
Yep. He came back just to do this one right now. And it's about two brothers that grow up in West Virginia that decide to rob a bank. Channing Tatum is the ringleader of this, and Adam Driver is his brother, and yeah, it's basically a pretty damn entertaining and funny heist film. Not too much else to this. There's the relationship between Channing Tatum and his daughter, which is pretty good. Oh, Katie Holmes, who plays his ex-wife.
She's smoking.
And the woman that plays Channing Tatum's sister,
Riley Noah, or I don't know how you said her last name, but it's something like that.
If you don't quite recognize her, she's the red-headed woman from Mad Max Fury Road. So yeah, she's getting a little bit more under her belt now. This was an entertaining movie. Easily I have laughed the hardest at this in a while. There's especially one scene with Adam Driver, which, spoiler, pretty much all of his stuff is really funny.
Everybody's got good accents.
Yeah. There's one really physical humor that happens with him that if I wasn't in a chair, I would have been rolling around laughing at. But other than that, Daniel Craig steals every scene that he's in.
Joe Bang.
All of them have great accents for this. I still think that Driver is the standout, which is surprising. God, I've really been enjoying his work. And I don't think you've made that clear to them. How much have you been enjoying Adam Driver?
I loved him. He's probably become my new favorite actor just because I think he's gold in everything he's in, and ever since probably Daniel Day-Lewis, he's been stepping up into everything, and
come out of retirement again.
Kind of a rumor. He gets an Oscar performance in the new Star Wars, which doesn't really surprise me. But then again, he's got competition in his own movies, so there you go, Adam Driver.
Yeah.
He's born in Indiana.
Yeah. I definitely see this as how the characters are portrayed and written, that people that grew up here or Midwest or West Virginia can really get into the humor. I would say as far as negatives, which are very slim, the third act and the part what involves the investigation starts to kind of seem like how much focus is this going to be taken on it, and Hilary Swank's character is involved in it. She kind of starts to feel like she's just shoehorned into it. But as it kind of goes along, there's a pretty good reveal of that at the end.
Really good twist. I really enjoyed it.
So on the side, it starts off as a negative, but it kind of rebounds. There are some, I would probably say a lot of people would think that it's drawn out at some scenes, but I thought those scenes were pretty damn entertaining. Especially one of them involving Daniel Craig writing on the freaking wall.
That and himself involving a tube.
Yeah.
And running away from it. And the other two just sitting there.
Like, oh.
And there was another scene involved making a bomb, which I really enjoyed, because he's like reporting to Cub 4, run. That was good.
Yeah, I don't really have any negatives really to say about this. I guess you could argue that the motivation is really thin, but I mean, I kind of knew going into it, I thought I was going to get more of a comedy fest, which is what I personally got in it. Yeah, I don't really have much negatives. Do you have any other negatives or any other positives?
It was hard to differentiate my favorite characters just because there was two of them there I thought were standouts, and that was Adam Driver and Joe Buck, which was Daniel Craig, but they're both great. It really put me in mind, obviously, all the 3 of the Oceans movies, just because it was the same concept, really.
Well, directed by the same guy.
Yeah.
And those I've not been really a giant fan of, but they're okay.
I should have brought them out. I've got all 3 of them right there. So.
But this one I liked better. Yeah, go.
Adam Driver's fake arm had a lot to do with the movie. That thing was
didn't see coming.
I think it was at least in 7 or 8 scenes where it had something to do with his arm.
Yeah.
Which was great. So, I don't know. Channing Tatum was pretty good, and everybody else was good. Dwight Yoakam was one of my favorite characters as well. He was the warden. And there's a funny scene with Game of Thrones involved in that. And then there's of him being not so much the average warden. So, that concept's pretty cool. So, you guys have to check that out.
And just a small movie plug, because he's been saying how much of an Adam Driver fan he is. I've actually recommended him to check out this movie called Patterson. And it's just a challenge to see if you either like it or can get into it. I personally really like it. So yeah, I'd also like to plug to check that one out. It's one of the smaller Amazon studio films, which surprisingly they've actually been making some pretty damn good ones. So what would you give Logan Lucky?
It's on the cusp of the A- and B+ range for me. I think maybe in time it'll be up in the A range, but right now B+. I'd probably have to get it on Blu-ray or 4K to bump it up a little bit.
I will definitely be getting this on Blu-ray. Funny enough, this could enter into my top 5 possibly at the end of the year, which will be funny, because then there'll be 2 movies on that list with Logan involved in there. I was entertained throughout this. All the acting is top notch,
and there wasn't any SOBs interrupting the movie. That was another plus.
Yeah.
Seeing as how it looks like they're only going to show one showing Thursday nights now.
Gosh, this has me scared for it.
Okay, sorry.
I am going to give this one an A-. I think this is very strong. I do want to check out more Steven Soderbergh movies. I really want to see Contagion, which is like a horror thriller kind of movie.
Talk about Haywire.
Oh yeah, and a very underrated and underseen movie is Haywire.
A lot of people in it.
Yep. Gina Carano, Michael Fassbender, Channing Tatum.
Yep.
Something about those two make a pretty damn good movie. Huh. So guys, yeah, that was our thoughts on Logan Lucky.
Go see it.
Yes, because that's the bad thing, is this is heavily under advertised. But this film we can definitely call is
Too sweet.
Where can they follow you?
Oh God. Well, I guess you just follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagirl, PlayStation 4, Xbox One. I will tell you all the names at another occasion because I'd have to write them down, and because they're a little bit different. So just follow me on all that stuff. Mostly Knickers Chicken. So.
Yeah, or I'll see what I can do about it.
Oh yeah, down in the descriptions.
That too, and other stuff. I'm Ian Gaio Loco Novak. Pretty much that's my Twitter name. I'll include other social media some other time. Other than that, please keep going to the movies. Comment below. Subscribe so that we can
hit that like button too.
Yeah, so that we can keep doing this. Other than that, see you guys next time.